Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? Hello, hello. Oh my God, I'm running late. Running late. What the fudge? What's going on, peeps? What's going on? Hello, hello. Oh, shit. Hello, everybody. Jesus. Ugh. All right. I got my shit together. Hey, Tiny. All right. Sorry, guys. I don't got the game launched because we're going to hop on this podcast with Talkative Try soon. Holy shit, in 8 minutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry, everybody. Okay, we got this podcast at 8 o'clock. It's going to be about an hour. And yeah, we'll go from there. Maybe we'll get back into. Into some gameplay. What's shaking, everybody? Well, there goes my coffee. I have no idea how I'm going to display this. How am I going to display this? I guess I can put up his stream. Um, yeah. And then what I can do is take out my camera. Yeah. All right. That's what I'll do. Oh my God. What a day. What a day. I guess I can. You know what? I'll leave that up. I'll cut the music once we get on. What's today's date? August 12th. Holy crap, time is flying by. Oh. Yo, sweet. What's up? How are you, man? I'm doing good, bro. Just about to hop on a podcast. Hope you're doing good, sweet. Let me turn off the music.
Oh, select.
Try, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. I can't see you though.
Hey, you may prefer that.
No, what do you mean? What? Bad hair day?
No. No, just kidding.
Sometimes this does happen though with the camera not working. Are you streaming right now?
Yes.
That would be it. Okay.
You want
So,
what do you want me to do?
here's what we're gonna do. So, do you have a scene where it's just you on your stream in OBS?
Yep.
If you swap to that and then you click start virtual camera in OBS and then you select the OBS virtual camera in Discord, we're good to go. That's what I have people do while they're live. Plus, if you're live, I'll knock on you on Twitch. Stream together. Bear with us for just a moment, you guys, while we get everything set up here.
Okay, you want me to say it again?
All right, so if you're live on Twitch, I want you to swap to the scene that is just your camera, so just you.
In OBS.
In OBS, yeah. In OBS, yep. So on your stream, like it should just be showing your face essentially. Like you're kind of doing like a just chatting. And then On the right hand side, do you have an option that says start virtual camera? It should be like under stop streaming, stop recording, stop replay buffer, all that stuff.
Oh my god.
You do? Da-da. I'm gonna go on your stream, see if I can see what you're seeing right now.
You know what?
What? Yeah,
I am okay.
I
Sorry.
see it. I see it, right? So I'm on your stream. I see you. So do you have the virtual camera option on your obs? Do you see it there? Because if not, if you've never used the virtual camera before, Sammy, I think you have to enable it. I'm looking in the advanced options
Hold on.
where you might have to. I've just had it on for the longest time because I ran into this exact thing multiple times.
You know what? I don't want to. I don't want to keep everyone waiting. I can always just kill the stream.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me just let me see if I can find it. Output audio video. Hmm. If it's not there on I think it should be there by default, where you can just enable your virtual camera and then select it in Discord. Here, let me share my screen. Or if you look on my stream, I'll just show you it really fast. Maybe it will be an infinite loop.
Yeah, I have
So
your stream. I have your stream up.
okay, all right. I'm gonna show my screen then. So if I do full screen here, all right. Do you see on OBS how I have a virtual camera button right here?
Yep.
This right here is what I want you to click if you have it.
Okay.
All right, once you click that, now I want you to go to Discord. And I think, our DMs are safe. So I'm gonna just, okay, so it's on my screen, our Discord. And then, oh, nope, you're good. All right, you got it, man. Heck yeah. There we go. See, we got it.
Hey,
I knew we could do
even
it.
a blind bird can get a worm every once in a while.
Yeah, you're all set. And then I'll just enlarge you a little bit and do a little bit of scaling. Perfect. We got it. See, that's fine. I when I first started doing podcasts, dude, I swear every single podcast I took like super long to set up. I would never do it the same way. I eventually learned how to do it. Oh, like right now. What am I
Oh,
doing? Here we go. Command. Oh yeah, I got a new keyboard. Wait.
oh,
Oh,
nice.
now I see myself.
Jesus,
See myself. Wait, what's going
what
on
a
your
way to
end?
start.
Let's go. Where? Now you're gone. There you are. There you are. Now I found you. See duplicates of you. Are you setting up something on your end?
Let me go back to this.
Okay. There you go. There, you're back. Okay. Here. Let me carve you in. All right. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Doing
Yeah?
good. A little rushed, but I'm doing good. Came in
Oh, that's fine.
came in rushing in, but I'm good. Looking forward to our discussion. Thanks for inviting me.
Heck yeah, 100%, man. I know this has been a long time coming. I think we had one set up for I don't know if it was 0.1 or another patch, but man, sometimes I schedule so many and I'm like, you shouldn't have scheduled this many, you dummy. You're burning
I
yourself out.
actually did you may have started even no, did you do anything before the release?
I did. I was kind of absurd with all the stuff that I did before release. I was
Yeah.
like
Like
extremely hyped.
if memory serves me correct, I think you had 3 of us on the same podcast. I forget who Subtractum was the other one, which I was like, oh
Yep.
my God, he's like one of the first creators in Path of Exile that when I first started, Crucible was my first time playing Path of Exile, and his build was one of the builds I followed. So I was very familiar. So I was excited to meet him. So, but yeah, it's been
Oh,
a while.
yeah, 100%. All right, well, Sammy, I will get a little intro. We'll just get right into it. I think your volume's good. Chat, can you let me know if Sammy is good or bad? Everything looks good. Sound levels on my end. Do I sound good on your end? Am I too loud, too quiet? Somebody will say something. Hopefully.
Usually, if they don't say anything, it's probably good.
Yeah, come on. There's so many of you. What are you doing? Okay, everybody's quiet. All right, that's fine. Sound levels are good on my end. I'm gonna lower mine a little bit because I see myself peaking. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, better. Okay, and now we'll get right started, man. Okay, I've got the topics, and we'll just go for about an hour.
Sounds good.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, exiles, and welcome to another episode of the Still Sane podcast. I'm your host, Talkative Try, and I am here tonight while we wait for patch 055 news with Sammy Caps, who is a creator who just hit 5,000 subs on YouTube and has been making Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile 1, and other ARPG general gaming content for about 2 years now. Sammy, how you doing tonight, dude?
I'm doing good. Try. How you do?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm streaming once a week now. It feels a lot better. I was burning the candle on both ends, and I think I'm in a much better spot with everything going on in life, with just hanging, being chill, not going too crazy at the moment, because there's a lot of stuff going on in life, as I'm sure you can understand.
I'm actually going through that same thing right now. I'm
Yeah?
yeah. Yeah, I was burning the candle at both ends as well, and I'm kind of doing a course correct right now, so I totally can relate to what you're going through.
Yeah, man. I saw, especially recently, while a lot of people moved on from like Path of Exile 2 to Path of Exile 1, maybe some D4, Season 15 Test Realm, other games. I saw you were making a couple videos. You popped up on my feed and my recommended. I was like, oh my goodness, Sammy Caps, look at he's keeping the discussion going. I saw people were really engaged with some of your economic talks, and I think you put out a poll about how different players are farming in the game and how they perceive these different strategies and all that. Thought it was so fascinating. So I really want to talk about all that here today, your journey with Path of Exile 2 and everything. And I thought that would maybe be a good place to start after we kind of get to know who you are. So for anybody who might not know who you as a content creator are, could you kind of give us the lowdown on how you got into playing games like Path of Exile 2 and making content for them?
Well, it's been a long journey, but as far as the content is concerned, and when I started making content, it's actually been 3 years that I
Okay.
started creating content on YouTube. But as far as my gaming history, I've been playing games for a long time. Originally,
Okay.
it started just to reconnect with my brother, who's a lot younger than me. I had married, moved out of the house, and it was just a way of staying connected. He was a gamer. And then he started playing other games. I started playing other games. And then I started getting this passion. And at the time, I was playing Destiny, big
Oh.
Destiny player. So ARPGs, MMOs are probably the two genres that I prefer to play. But anyway, so I was playing Destiny, and then just because of my high paced career and in my real life, it was a nice way to come home and just burn off, forget about the real world. So then my passion changed into that. It was just a way of relief, and then I just couldn't shut up about talking about gaming. I loved it. I loved interacting. I started streaming and interacting with chat, and everyone kept telling me you got to, you got to start creating content, blah 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 blah, and it kind of pushed it aside just because I was too busy. And then 3 years ago, um, in between games, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna play? Path of Exile was always there, but I kept hearing the same noise. It's too complicated. You need a PhD. You need like thousands of hours in the game. Actually, even with 10,000 hours, people are still learning. So I kind of shied away from it. But anyway, Crucible League came along. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna friggin' jump in. And I did, and I'm happy I did because I really loved it. And I just took the mentality of, you know what? If it takes me 5 years to get to mediocrity, so be it. I like playing it. And anyway, at the time I'm like, you know what? Everyone's telling me to create content. Let me start making content. So I started, my very first video was on Path of Exile. I don't know, it's kind of
Wow.
like noob versus game kind of style, and it went nowhere. Actually, it's pretty funny, just as a side note. Going back,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've done this, but going back to your original videos and watching how gross and how unbelievably horrible you were was like, I'm like, oh my God, how did I even get monetized? You know? But anyway, so
Yep. Yep.
unfortunately, that's when Diablo 4 was launching. So I started in April of 2023. And
Okay.
then, and I think that's when Crucible came out, and
Yep.
Diablo 4 came out. I played that, kind of got hooked, started making videos on Diablo 4, playing it religiously, and I got monetized. My videos were hitting relative to a person of my size, like,
Yeah.
getting 1,000, 2,000 views on someone that only has like 800, 900 subscribers, 1,000
Huge.
subscribers. That's big.
Hmm.
So I'm like, oh my God. And I loved the game, but I only lasted like 3 or 4 seasons. It was just
Okay.
getting, my content was becoming negative, and I can't stand that. So I made
Me
the
too.
decision. Yeah, I made the decision to pivot, and it was a tough decision because I had a huge following in Diablo 4. Again, relative to someone of my size, subscriber wise. And people kept telling me to play Diablo 2. Have you played Diablo 2? Have you played Diablo 2? And I hadn't.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start playing Diablo 2. And boy, what a decision. I fell in love with that game. I did everything in it. I beat it on, regular mode, I beat it on hardcore. Just one of my best gaming experiences ever. I, you know, my streams were popping off. Then I turned that into, we did a 0 to 30 day Uber challenge. So complete all the Uber bosses in Diablo 2 from zero to Uber. That's actually what the challenge was called, 0 to 30 Uber challenge. And we did it right on day 30. So yeah, I
Wow.
had a blast. To this day, I'm sorry, but Diablo 2 is for me, it's the golden standard when it comes to ARPGs for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
fascinating to hear. Just to interject for a second, because I want to press you on this. That's so interesting because you didn't go in with any of the nostalgia. See, naively, perhaps, I always attribute people loving Diablo 2 and holding it up as, like you said, the golden standard to nostalgia. But you came in playing it for the first time, what, 20, probably
yep.
23, 24 years after release, and it still hits for you better than a lot of the modern stuff. That's really fascinating to hear. Was there anything that stood out in particular that just made it click for you while you were playing it and pouring all this time and effort into it?
It's got all the attributes of a classic ARPG. It's got that dungeon feel. It's got the loot. It's got the chase. It's got the awesome boss fights. Challenging, rewarding. There's goals. I don't know. That's why I like the
Yeah.
ARPG genre. It's got all that. It's like going from nothing to a god. I call it
Yeah.
zero to hero. I love that. I love building. I love going from nothing and making something out of it. And
Yeah.
so it was so rewarding. And I understand why there is nostalgia with that game. I totally get it. To this day,
Yeah.
there's still creators that play it, and
Yeah,
that's
like
all
Mr.
they
Llama.
play. And
Yeah.
actually, it's pretty funny you bring him up after my challenges, like to have someone come into your video of that relevance in the game to come and congratulate you on the achievement was a nice cherry on top. But anyway, so I played Diablo 2, and then fast forward, I was hearing Path of Exile 2 was coming out, And I played, all the ARPGs, Grim Dawn, which by the way, another beauty. Another beauty. Unfortunately, it's going to be 2 or 3 years till we get Grim Dawn 2, apparently, but another beautiful ARPG. Titan Quest, Last Epoch. I had high hopes on Last Epoch, and who knows, maybe it'll come through. But ever since the craft and purchase, things have kind of, we'll see how that
Yeah.
goes. But anyway, I dabbled in all of that, and then Path of
Okay.
Exile 2 came out, and hook, line, sinker. It got me right away. It just took all those games that I liked and bundled it up all in one. And yeah, so that's my main game. I shifted to creating content in Path of Exile 2, even though I'm like, Jesus Christ, like there's like 4 billion creators. They're
I
all
know.
they're all awesome. Like one of the things that this community is blessed with, and don't get me wrong, there's bad apples in everything. But for the most part, we're very blessed with amazing creators in this space. From a build perspective, from state of the game, from analyzing the game, we have some really top-notch people in this game. So I was like, how the hell? But I love challenges, so I started creating POE 2 content, and because it's the game I'm playing,
Yeah,
and it
exactly.
resonates with some people. So yeah.
100%. Yeah, especially recently. Like I said, I saw a lot of the discussion topics kind of popping off in recent times, and I just have to travel back because you explaining
Thanks
your
for the
origins to
follow.
me just made a million questions pop up in my mind, and I wanted to know, with your brother, does he play Path of Exile too, or did he kind of stay in other games and not with ARPGs? Like, did he venture with you to Diablo 4, to Diablo 2, or not?
Well, when we were going on Discord every night, and that was probably next to the Diablo 2 run that I did. Actually, no. I have to say that's a 1A. Number one was definitely that period of every night knowing I was going to get on Discord with my brother and we were just going to play was I loved, and streaming at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he typically followed me. He would watch my streams and he would, dabble. But my brother is he has his own personality. God love him.
Yeah.
I love him, and he plays what he likes, and
Right.
he would come on board, and he has played POE too, by the way.
Okay.
And then he just next thing I know, he's out. So I that so he has played POE too. To be honest with you, I've never asked him like, what did you think? How do you what do you like? What do you don't like? It's
Yeah.
pretty ironic that someone that analyzes the crap out of games, I've never had that discussion with him. So, but
Right.
yes, he has played Path of Exile too.
Okay. I was curious because it's so funny. My younger brother also kind of he hopped into Path of Exile 2 and tried it because of me for the first time. And I'd argue he's more enamored with the actual game than me.
Oh,
He loves
nice.
fiddle all the mechan. Yeah, he's gone head over heels into he's on character 5 this league, and 3 of them are like in end game 90 plus. Is it He's gone absolutely berserk. So it's funny to hear that. Did you guys? You said you guys have been playing games your entire lives. I know I can point out a couple games that my brother and I loved playing together when we were younger. Maybe love to hate playing together. There was always that intense rivalry. Were there any standouts for you? Any like classic games or
Not really. It happened later
yeah,
on in life.
later in life?
Yeah, later on. So
Okay.
it wasn't like, oh, it sounds like you and your brother kind of was a childhood thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for us it was later on. Like we
Okay.
played all over, like Conan, some Conan game. I forget what that one was
Conan
about.
Exiles?
Conan Exiles. We played the
Okay.
crap out of that. He
Okay.
he's um he's a Final Fantasy guy, big time.
Oh,
I think it was
okay.
number 7. He was in that big time. We played Destiny a lot. I
Okay.
ran a guild and we were raiding a lot. That was another fun time that I had. I love raiding. That's hence MMOs. So yeah, we played Destiny together. But yeah, we he's dipped
Okay.
in and out of the games that I've played.
Okay. Yeah, what I have to ask. I swear we'll get to Path of Exile to you guys. What do you think about Destiny announcing end of life? Does it make you a little sad?
Very
I know that
sad.
just happened.
Very
Yeah.
sad. You don't understand. That is the only game I went for a midnight release. Stood in a line and
Oh,
bought the game. Actually bought, I think it was a PS4 with it at the time. Yeah, you don't know. I had three max characters on Xbox, PlayStation, and eventually PC. Just to show
wow.
you how much I
Dedication.
played that game. Well, I was streaming, so and
Yeah.
my clan was helping, new players through the raids. So, I got tired of saying no, I don't have an Xbox. No, I don't have an Xbox. All right, let me go get an Xbox.
There you go. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Oh, that's a magic that I never got to really experience because I wasn't the proper age for it, the midnight releases. I do distinctly remember though my dad picking me and my brother up from school sometimes after going to like Best Buy and picking up a video game for us. I remember being picked up from intermediate school with Neverwinter Nights 2 boxes, which those were the games I was really into. I played like Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2 and Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Age of Mythology and like Battle for Middle Earth. You remember like all the game guides and the mag.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
dude, I would eat those up. I still have some of them here. I have the D My dad had the D2 loot box, like the actual like battle chest. I have the guide from it, not the actual chest.
Yeah.
So,
So you guys
man,
had in the US, you guys have game GameStop spot, whatever.
GameStops, yeah, they still exist, I think. It was like
Yeah.
GameStop, Best Buy, and maybe like one other. Was it like Disc Replay? I
Yeah.
think might have been another.
We
What do
had
are you in Canada, right?
yeah, I'm in
What do you
Canada.
have?
EA Games or something like that. I don't know if they're
Yeah,
still
games.
there.
Okay.
Everything's digital now, obviously, but
Right, I know. Yeah.
anyway, it's pretty
Yeah.
funny when you get people bitching and complaining about a game that's free. And I remember going, spending $60 on a game, getting the hard copy,
Mhm.
going home and not even getting 50 hours out of it.
Right.
Now,
Yep.
like, oh 05, I think I've got, you know, over 300 hours just in oh 05.
That's that's crazy. Yeah. I know, like another thing too that I recalled the other day. Games used to obviously they were physical, but they also used to be on like 5 discs too. So you'd put them in the CD-ROM and you'd have to like put each disc through to install. Just such a different time. It was just so
Yeah.
interesting to think about how everything has changed
Oh
so
yeah.
much moving into
Like
this era.
picking up, like, I remember buying my first Dark Souls. I remember buying my first Halo. It was
Yep.
and running. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable.
See, and now those have kind of turned into, I feel like for Path of Exile 2 and Path of Exile 1 for the longest time, one of the reasons I love this game is it kind of evoked that feeling of the midnight release or the launch day panic. The only one I really got to participate in was Guild Wars 2 because I was of that age, like I think I was 13, and Head Start, the 3-day Head Start, it's almost like early access. I just remember such a rush and thrill of being a part of the first people to go into the brand new
Yeah.
servers, right?
Yeah.
And
Blizzard.
with POE 1 and 2,
Blizzard.
happens
Yeah.
every 4 months.
Yeah. Blizzard did that for D4. A lot of players were pissed off. I purchased
Yes.
it.
Yes, I know. It makes money. That's why people
Makes
do
my
it. Dang it.
yeah. Yeah.
I know. I know. I couldn't help it, especially when I was 13 and I didn't understand that it was kind of a nasty practice. But
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. I swear. Now we can talk about some Path of Exile too.
Yes. Let's talk about a good game.
All right. Yeah, right. Oh, the shots fired already. Okay. So I said before we even started that we were slated to have a pod. I think back in 0.1, there was just so much going on, and I had to cancel a couple of them. So now we're here, 4 patches into Path of Exile 2. We've had 5 total leagues. I want it, if you can go back to that. It sounds like you have an excellent memory. So if you can venture back in time and think about your initial reaction to Path of Exile 2 in those maybe first couple hours, first couple days. What was it? Because PoE 2 now and PoE 2 then, nothing alike. So I want to hear what your thoughts were on it way back then.
Um, just pure enjoyment. It, your first playthrough is special. You always remember the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even about analyzing the game. It's just enjoying the experience. So I remember, being a little bit just like a kid in a toy store, to be quite frank. I enjoyed it. And, we had the delay, so that kind of maybe played into it. But the anticipation and finally getting our hands on it and experiencing this new world that's set, you're the lore guy over me, that's for sure. But that's what,
It's
20 years, 25 years I had.
they actually kind of changed it. It was originally 20 years, and now I think it's 15 years.
Really?
I think they changed it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Anyway,
I think. Yeah.
it's
Anyway.
it's ahead of time, and all this build up to it, and the boss fights, every first one, just unbelievable. And the beauty of being a content creator and a live streamer, as you're well aware, you don't have to have a good memory. You just go onto your VODs and you can relive that experience. And I've gone back to watch my first playthrough, and it was just like a kid in a candy store kind of feeling. But that quickly that quickly changed. We've been through some up and downs with Path of Exile 2. I was very adamant that I was not going to make the same mistake I made with Path of Exile 1. I missed the boat on that big time. Like I said earlier, I didn't come in till Crucible 3.21,
Mhm,
very
mhm.
late in the game. Um, so I was very adamant that I wanted to be there since day one, and I have been. I've played every league, and yeah, I've enjoyed them, some more than others.
Okay,
And I'm typically not a one build kind of guy. I'm a multiple
got it.
builds guy, and if I really like the league, it'll be 4 or 5 builds. Yeah, like, and if I'm not enjoying it, then I'll stop after a couple.
Right,
But
right.
no, it's been my first time was unbelievable. It was awesome. That weekend was I hardly slept.
Yep.
Um, and I'm sure you did the same thing. And yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I remember being hard stuck at GNR for like an hour and a half.
Yep.
And then the first bit, I think my first largest roadblock, it was kind of crazy. Just thinking to what I do now, it was the Val City, actually. Like when you travel to the past, I just remember that being like a meat grinder
Well,
where I
before,
was playing a monk. Say
yeah.
again?
Sorry, try.
There you go.
Before the Viper fight.
Yeah, before the Viper fight, I felt like that was the biggest check of just gear and me just understanding the different mechanics of the individual mobs. And like, I bashed I've gone back to the VOD too. I literally was hard stuck there for like 6 hours where I had to go back and farm previous areas for items. Like, I didn't have rares in every slot, right? My power level was just way low, and I really love that feeling. I'm curious to hear. I know now there's been like a lot of balance changes and a lot more power has gone into that of the players. You're able to scale up your skills a lot easier, just your overall defenses, mobs melt a lot faster, so do bosses. I know that there's also the knowledge gap, right? You know a lot more about the game now than you did when you were having your kid in a candy shop experience. Did you like that more like attrition focused style of game that it seemed like they were going for, like in that first week of 0.1? Or were you kind of feeling it by the end of the campaign, like, it's nice on playthrough one, but I kind of want this to be easier. I want to be able to get gear easier. I want to progress through faster. What was your whole perspective on that?
Are you referring like at launch, or are you talking retrospectively now?
Ooh, I would love at launch, and then retrospectively. I'd love to hear it.
Well, at launch, it was the first time through, so there was no set expectation. I
Okay.
personally didn't think, is this game going to be slow? Is this game going to be fast? I just wanted, to me, am I having fun? And as an
Right.
ARPG lover, does it have kind of the things that I like to check off? Aesthetically,
Interesting.
gorgeous,
Yeah.
beautiful game. Um, the boss fights were amazing. I loved them. And the campaign I found at the time was, and they've addressed many of these issues.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of a lot of the dead ends. Again, something they've addressed.
Right.
The amount of backtracking, it's been addressed. I think they still need to do a little bit better job of that. The large zones, you know, that was has been addressed. I didn't like that. You mentioned Act 3, that was definitely up there as far as it being massive. Um having to repeat having to repeat the acts. Now at the time I understand.
Yeah.
You know, it's been very clear to me, and sorry, I don't mean to jump ahead or anything,
Oh,
but
you're good.
clearly GGG was not prepared for the sheer volume of work involved with this game. I think they've been playing catch up ever since the
That's
release
fair.
of POE 2, and I think '05 has, I think finally they've kind of like they've exhaled. um and
Yeah.
but yeah, like I now retrospectively, and this might not, a lot of people might not agree, I kind of like the fact that there's a difference in style of play in the campaign than there is in the end game. And I'm referring to the
Ah.
speed, I'm referring
Yeah.
to the power, because I like it because it actually is it's correlated with the power of the player. In the
Hmm.
beginning, we're nothing and we're slugging it along. You know, you're there was a period during all these patches that it was hella work to defeat a white mob. You know what I mean? Like it took a
Yeah. Yeah.
lot.
Hmm.
And I like that progression. I think it matches, if you're doing things right in the game, I think it matches your power level, right? Going from zero to
Yeah.
hero kind of thing. So I kind of like it. I still think the campaign needs to shrink a little bit. Now we'll see once the mini acts go and Act 5 and Act 6 come.
Yeah.
Um, you know, we know Act 6 is supposed to be half the size of all the other acts from what we've heard in the past. So we'll see what that means. But yeah.
I think that's a really nuanced point of view, especially what you brought up at the outset, that you went in kind of with a blank slate, like no real expectations. That's interesting because if I look back, and I think many other players were very different. So looking at a lot of other players, especially those who had played like Path of Exile 1, I think a lot of them, even like streamers, content creators, kind of expected, hey, I should have that level of progress akin to Path of Exile 1, and were kind of shocked that it was so different. And then I had the expectations, unlike you, who had blank expectations that, yeah, it's going to be super slow. It's going to be gritty. I'm going to have to teleport back to town to refill my flask. I'm going to die multiple times to these bosses. It's going to be crazy. And I thought the whole game was going to be like this. And so I had my expectations met in the campaign and then shattered in the end game, where it was kind of the opposite for the former group I talked about. So it's just looking in retrospect at all the reactions and opinions. I think yours was probably the best going in with that blank slate, because if we kind of review what Grinding Gear Games has done with all the feedback, I think you're right that they didn't expect that this much work was going to have to go into early access and that so much was going to need to change. I bet they almost kind of view it as a blank slate at this point too, because I don't think they knew what type of game they were going to build until they got a crap ton of players starting to play it. Really. And it's evident with the amount of changes that have happened to the fundamental systems, the amount of iteration that have happened on existing systems. right? So yeah, that's a great way to look at it, Sammy.
Yeah,
I thought that was really eloquently said.
yeah, thank you. Look, everyone has an opinion, and you know, uh, here's my take on that. I have a different angle. I
Yeah.
I think Grinding Gear Games has always known what kind of game they wanted Path of Exile 2 to make. What really threw them, and I take you back all the way to prior to early access coming out, the
Hmm.
Diablo 4 thing happened when they saw the reaction of their release and everyone complaining about the end game having nothing. And that's
Mm.
where we saw the pivot where we got the early access was delayed
Mm.
because I think Grinding Gear Games was going to release the campaign and then work on the end game, put more meat on the bone on the end game. And then they
Mm.
did that 360 and they're like, "Oh shit. Everybody is really pissed at D4 and we need to put more meat on the bone in the end game." So they stopped working on the campaign and started focusing and we got the delay. So ever since that decision, they've been playing catch up.
Mm.
And it's taken 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're kind of right on patch 0.5 finally like you can see it with I think Jonathan especially that he's relieved with the reception to zero point 0.5 and with the amount of work that they've done leading up to this moment. You can see it in the interviews with like legendary drops and with Destin and Ziggy. Like they're happy with what they've done and it's evidenced in the reception to I'd wager 80%, 85% of all the comms I see online are like, yeah, this was a win. This was a good patch. Like I see people who disliked PoE 2, who hated it, who already liked it, who loved it. Like they're all in agreement that this was a really substantive, compelling, worthwhile patch. Like everybody's just having fun, which is great to see. I do wanna I do wanna kinda not to linger on it too long. You said that they always knew what type of game they wanted Path of Exile 2 to be. I don't. As someone who has been unhealthily following the journey of PoE 2 for so long, I don't think that's true. Because if you go back to like 2019 when it was first revealed, right? Expansion to PoE 1, right? It's just a big X pack, graphical overhaul, blah, blah, blah. You come to 2023 and they reveal, okay, it's a separate game because it's so different from PoE 1. Literally, these can't be two of the same game. It's going to have very different player bases, right? They're both ARPGs, but they're going to be played very differently. We can't have them on the same engine and the same client. It would destroy everything. We just can't. All these animations are going to need to be updated. Da, 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 da. And then you get to release 2024 early access comes out. Um, Lots of feedback, lots and lots of feedback, and I think it really clashed, and you can see it. And I think the pivot point was that interview between Zizarin and Jonathan, where I think it was the dawn of the hunt, much contested interview.
Yeah, I
It
remember.
was heated, right?
Hmm.
Jonathan had a bad day. Zizarin was pushing what all the feedback was from the player base, like the game is too hard, loot isn't dropping, so on and so forth. I think that was the moment that they kind of shifted because if you look at 0.3, that's when I think they decided we're not doing the more attrition, slower progression game that we wanted. Where I think between 0.1 and 0.2, they were rooting out all the like Gemling Legionnaire stat stackers and cast on crit, spark, all that stuff was being rooted out. In 0.3, it pivoted and they gave a lot more power and agency to the player and less of it to the monster. And they really leaned into you progressing really much quicker and giving that power fantasy to the players. And then we saw it again in 0.4 and again in 0.5. And I think 0.2 into 0.3 was when they decided, hey, this is just going to be a better Path of Exile 1, and we're going to pull out all the stops to do it because it's got the updated animations, updated graphics. We have more capabilities here. So we're going to keep Path of Exile 1 going strong as they can. But Path of Exile 2 is like, or the future is going to be. We're going to eventually convert all the PoE 1 players to PoE 2, and that's that. That's my take on it. Like sitting here thinking it over with you. What do you think about that?
Um, yeah, no, it's valid. Didn't change my opinion, but it's valid. I totally understand that perspective. I look, to me, Grinding Gear Games knows how to make video games.
Yeah.
They have a
Yeah.
history and proof of concept. Path of Exile 1, regarded as, depending on who you're talking to, the best ARPG, or definitely right there, right?
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing. Like I said, I I know this is very simplistic point of view. I think they always knew what they wanted to do. They just didn't. They had that pivot prior to early access, and all this stuff, the Zizaran interview, and that friction. Yeah, Jonathan definitely had a definitely didn't come off good on that interview. It's just they were playing. They have been playing catch up since the release of this game, and I totally agree with you. Now, when you look at the interviews that are happening since '05 has dropped, it's like this huge weight has come
Yeah.
off, Jonathan and Mark, and a sense of relief. So I look, a studio is going to take player feedback with a grain of salt. A studio cannot. They need to listen to their player base, but they can't let it. Um, it, we can't design the game for a studio. We're doomed if
No.
that's the case, right?
No,
So
it's attributed to Chris Wilson, I think, but I'm sure other devs said it. Like players are terrible at designing the game, but they're great at giving feedback, right?
yeah,
They can let you know how they're feeling, but they have no idea how to fix those feelings they're having,
right, yeah,
when it comes to it. Yep.
yeah.
Totally agree.
I don't know about you, but as a content creator, I feel an obligation to let them know, what we feel about the game. Hence, why we create content. Hopefully, I don't know if they watch my stuff. I'm sure they watch yours and a lot of the other top content creators in the space. And I'm sure it's like anything, they digest it and then they take it internally, but at the end of the day, they know the roadmap.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing, right? So, but anyway, I'm just happy. There's no way, if you would have talked to me when '04 was live, there's no way, if someone said to me, Sammy, '05, they're going to hit it out of the park with the end game. It's going to be, everyone's going to be, I would have said, get the F out of here. There's like a 360. I would have agreed to a
Yeah.
180, but not a 360. And I totally agree with what you
Right.
said earlier. I'm seeing the same thing, from my community, from my content, the comments, everyone, just about everyone. It's unanimously a big W. I'm so happy they, stayed the course with the Infinite World. I really do
Me
think,
too.
yeah, I really do think it provides an endless ocean of opportunity for them.
Mm.
So I'm glad they stuck with their guns there, because I know there was an audience within our community. Generally, I'm saying that
Yeah.
we're singing the get rid of the Infinite World. Let's go back to just the old system of Path of Exile 1 kind of thing.
Yeah, that's one of the big systems that is really different between games, and I'm also with you. I think the Infinite Atlas, it just needed a bunch of iteration, and with this patch, they did exactly that. They didn't half-ass it at all.
No,
They went all in. They showed this is what it can really be. And they even went in the interviews, they're like, okay, this is the first iteration of this new Atlas, but then in the future, when we add more leagues, there could be rings of content, spaced out from the center. And like you said, infinite ocean of opportunity. Like literally, they can just expand it in all these different ways and make cool points of interest, and they can mix it up every league so that even if maybe one league is a little smaller than others, just reshuffling how the end game looks, that feels new. That feels fresh. So I totally agree. I'm glad that they're distinct and they didn't go with the finite Atlas version. It's been a blast. Like How was that for you? I almost felt like it was campaign 2, but like a sandbox version of the campaign with the quest lines you could follow and all these different things to unlock. I loved that design personally. I went for everything. How was your first experience with it in 05?
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
I'm an idiot,
Same.
so
Me too.
I need a stop and a start, and that's the reason why they did it. You know, we've heard Jonathan and Mark say it. They found that a lot of players were going into the end game. They didn't know the start, they didn't know the finish, and they left.
Yeah.
So the fact that they added quest lines, dedicated zones, so we know where each one is. We know where the fortress comes into play
Mm.
right away as soon as you get into the end game. I love it. I love it. It like their intention. Their intention was to provide us with, here's where you start, here's where you finish. Yep, you can go somewhere else and start and stop somewhere else. So I love that they added the quest lines. I love that they're dedicated. It's big W, big W.
Being a fan of 05, was this a 4 or 5 character patch for you? And if so, was there any one character that you played that kind of stood above the pack?
I started with the Spirit Walker and hit a
Yep.
wall just before level 90.
Okay.
And then
Were you a zoo tamer or like twisters or
I
what'd you
was
do?
a twister
Ah,
with some beasts, but not the
okay.
big not the
Monkey?
monkey. Although if we go into my hideout right now, I did swap to that off stream
Ah,
just
ah,
because but I haven't played it since. But anyway, I switched to an
yeah.
oracle. I went spell
Okay.
totems with grim pillars,
That's
and
the build.
oh
Mm,
my god.
busted.
So that thing kicks ass and I cannot get off of it. I
Uh-oh.
so it that build is probably the strongest build I've played in Path of Exile 2. I love it and is the main cause why I have so many hours in O5 and why I probably should have ended up with 4 or 5 builds, but I only ended up with 2 because of that
Okay.
build. I played it so much.
Okay. What do you is it the feel, just the power, the visuals? Because I know a lot of people are just in love with Grim Pillars and Totems. So what's the thing that makes it really click for you? Is it just that power?
Blowing up shit. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
The
Dude,
thing
that's what my dad says about his book. He's just like,
blowing up
I just
shit.
like annihilating shit, you know? Like,
Like it
just
sucks for performance, and I'm sure we're gonna get on that topic later, but um my computer, you know, it, it's like 3 years old. I only have a 3080.
oh no.
But and then you
Oh,
you know you put the performance stuff that we've been going through with this game. Even though, thank God, recently, as everyone knows,
yep.
there's been some improvements there. But from that perspective, it sucked. Getting crashed out all the time, freezing, losing maps, losing loot, like because I got DC'd, like that sucked. And I don't know if anyone, if you've watched any of my streams, I wear my emotions. I'm a horrible poker player.
Yep.
If I'm not feeling it, you're gonna know. And there may or not been a lot of swear words there.
That's okay. That's the way to do it. That's the way to just wear it on your sleeve, just go all in. That's the truest form of content creation, I think.
Yeah,
Just saying whatever you're thinking, without a
I'm a
filter.
sore loser, so you're gonna hear me moan and bitch and complain. And someone new that probably comes into my stream like, oh my god, this guy must hate this game.
Yeah, right.
But nope.
It's it's what fans of the game. It's something that I kind of realized. I'd say honestly, like maybe 6 or 7 months ago, that it kind of just clicked with me. Whenever I'm playing games with my friends or with just my brother, who's also my friend. If you're listening, brother, you're my friend. Everyone just almost seems like they hate the games they play. We're always bitching. We're always complaining about the performance or the rules or the current meta or okay, RNG's not in our favor. They're always and for the longest time, when I was first making like content, I'd always like kind of just get dour when people did that, or when I did that myself, and I'm like, oh, this isn't fun, or what am I doing? This isn't understanding. And then I realized, no, 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 no. This is literally what everyone does. Everyone just complains about the games they love because they love the games, right? It's like it's almost natural to hate on those things and quarrel about the things that you are in love with, right? Um, so I've tended to do that a lot more, like just blatantly lately with the game, especially last patch 04. Totally with you, Sammy. If you would have asked me if 05 would just completely revamp everything and turn it, I would not have said that, to 0.4.
Well, I was getting
So
tired of answering, 1.0 when 2028, 2029. I'm like, guys, it's not happening.
not happening.
Jonathan has said since the
Uh,
beginning he doesn't want it
yep.
to be more than a couple of years. Like, he does not want that happening. Now, they've had to, you know, step back on a couple of things that they initially talked about.
Mm,
Like, we were supposed to get all the classes before 1.0.
yep.
That went out the window. We were supposed to
Mm,
get all the trials. That's out the, like, so there's things they've scaled back on.
mm,
But yeah, it's, yeah, I you know what, try, I still don't believe it. I oh 05, like 360, unbelievable. And the amount
yeah.
of content. This wasn't just, oh my god, they did a great job with the Infinite Atlas, and they added the fortress. Look at all the content. And now I'm going to start sounding like a shill here.
Hey, it's
um
okay. Nobody pay. No, GGG doesn't pay any of us really.
yeah,
So
exactly.
okay.
Like, the pure amount of content, like, come on, like, unbelievable.
It didn't just have like depth, it had quite a bit of breadth to it too. Like I really felt that, and there's just so much to dig into. And then the follow-up patches, that was something that really impressed me. And I don't know if this is going to be the norm going forward. We did see it with All Flame and PoE 1. We have seen 3 follow-up patches. I think one came out today, 0.3, 3.29.3. But that was also pretty shocking. And we have another one coming up that's going to be tied to an event league as well, like a 1 month event league. I think it'll drop probably in September after Gamescom. Is there, I know you mentioned performance. I think we're all in agreement that, like, just the better the game runs, the less crashes, the better it will be for literally every player. Is there one piece of feedback that you hope reaches GGG and is addressed for that 1.0 launch? Like, if you could distill it down to one big thing, what would that be that you hope is addressed either in 1.0 or with this interim patch 055?
Okay, it's too big of a game to only have one. So
Okay.
give me some
Okay.
lenience here, please.
Let me roll a die, like 2 to 3, 3, 4,
Okay.
maybe.
And I know you said accept this, but number one,
Yeah,
by a long shot, has to
I
be
agree.
the performance. They cannot go into 1.0 with this performance BS. They cannot. Because, for the following reason, sorry. There are a lot of players sitting on the sidelines that are waiting for the game to be flushed out, or they don't want to spend the $30, $40, whatever it is, depending on what country you're in. They don't
Mm,
want to shell out the money. So they're waiting for 1.0 for and free to play. So, we can talk about what our estimations are on how many players are going to be there in December.
a
We're
lot.
all speculating December, but they cannot. You only get one first impression. These players, they come in the game and they start having this freezing, DCing, that kind of crap. They're gone. A lot of
Hmm.
these players, they're not going to put up with it, and they're gone. So it's going to be a huge lost opportunity with the new players that are coming. Um, I think they need to do better jobs with, like, and I'm the last person to talk about anything build related. I don't get that deep into the weeds, but come
You know.
on, we need some, outside of the Mage Blood and some one or two others, we need some build defining uniques in the game. I think that
Mm,
is big. It sounds like that is going to be coming in 055. You know, they're doing balancing. They're adding way more uniques. So we'll see if those uniques they're saying are coming in 055 are going to be, you know, quote unquote build defining uniques. Because
Yeah.
right now, a unique is a unique outside of, you know, like I said, the Mage Blood, the Headhunter. Like, you know, we need better ones. Something you can
Hmm.
make a build around. And then again, not my forte, I'm not a subject matter expert on this, but um, you mentioned, you know, these discussions I've been having with my content on my YouTube
Yeah.
channel. I've, I read every single comment, and this one thing that keeps popping up is this armor ES. The fact that armor doesn't do what
Mm.
its intentions are, the fact that ES is the go-to every league now. They need to fix that. I know it's on their radar, but for whatever reason, they're not addressing it. So those are the things that pop up
Okay.
in my mind.
Yeah. I think performance, totally agree, too, with the build defining uniques. Would love to see more of those, especially. I know this is kind of controversial because everybody loves chasing that perfect rare weapon, but I would love to see some weapons that really can scale and be build defining. I know there are several that you can use and be powerful, but it's not like the weapon itself that is chase. I don't know if that's. I'm talking like Starforge or Echo Forge in PoE 1. I want some of those in PoE 2. I think it's really lacking build defining uniques that are weapons. And then with the armor ES, I think the biggest, like, I know that they've been introducing a lot of different ways to scale up with armor, and it is a lot better. I think the real problem is just that ES is just far and away the
Oh,
best. It's just, that's
absolutely,
just so much better. Like,
absolutely.
that's it. You can become chaos immune. You can stack it. Legions higher than most life that you can get. That's the problem with ES, and I don't know if they did a lot of ES recharge nerfs. I think it was with 05. Not enough. It doesn't matter because you could just stack such a high amount of ES, right? And there are other ways to recharge it. So I'm curious to see if anything does happen there because I agree with you. I think there should be a little bit more parity between the different defense mechanisms, and they have said that this is going to be a big balance patch.
Yeah,
That's going to be the primary focus. So it's I hope it's kind of scorched earth with a lot of this stuff, and they do go make some big swings and really try to address some of these issues because I don't think it'll draw back, 300, 400,000 players. I think we'll probably get a decent amount of people hopping back in. Like PoE2 still peaks daily around like 35, 40 on Steam. Okay. I think we'll get quite a few people back to play Path of Exile 2 to test this out. So
yeah.
hopefully
Oh,
they don't make it small, you
I,
know?
I think it's going to be big. 1.0 is going to be big numbers, but oh 05,
Oh, what, what?
there was a period there of like 3-4 weeks, even more longer. They were averaging over 200,000.
I know. It was
Like,
it's it was second best after 0.1.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Crazy this patch. And I
Well,
think, what do you think 1.0 is going to be? What's your guess on
oof,
Steam? Are you a million believer?
I am.
You are. Oh, see, I am too, dude. I'm a million believer.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a sucker, man.
Yeah.
I'm a
It's going to be
sucker.
great. Lost Ark hit 1 million.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, they
Come
had
on.
didn't they have that in purchases and pre-release? Like,
They did. Yes. Yep. I think they had over 1 million.
and that was
On
people had to fork out 30
they did.
bucks, 40
Yep.
bucks, whatever it was,
Yep.
whatever currency you deal with. But this isn't going to be the case. You're not going to have to put out a
Uh-huh.
penny.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see it. Going into that, what is your plan for 1.0, Sammy? Do you have any big plans? You're going to be covering like Exile Con and anything else? You have like any challenge runs planned up for until then, or what's going on?
I well, IRL has kind of gotten in the way. Plus, I'm kind of realigning, and not to get too deep into the, because no one cares. Um,
They're
is
listening.
Yeah. I'm kind of going through a shakeup on my live streams. Going
Yeah.
back very at the beginning of this conversation,
Yeah.
burning both ends of the candle there kind of
Mhm.
conversation. I was live streaming definitely minimum 5 times a week, 6 times a week, plus creating
Wow.
content, plus having a full time job. It was getting in the way of my content. So I'm scaling back on that. And I have vacation coming up. Of course, when Grinding Gear Games is probably going to launch 055, I'm going to literally be gone from, all of September. So I'm bringing my gaming laptop with me, but good luck. Good luck turning that on.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah. Where are you going, if you don't mind sharing?
yeah,
Or
yeah,
is
no
this top
worries. No,
secret?
no, I'm going to Italy. I'm going to
Oh,
Italy.
that's
Yes.
cool.
So this is the longest trip I've done in a long time. We're going for
Yeah.
over 3 weeks.
Peace.
So yeah, it's going to be quite the challenge from a content perspective. Live streams, I can just tell everybody, hey, you're not going to see me for a month. They'll all applaud. They're like, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. We'll go watch someone else, and they're good. But I don't need to tell you what not creating content for 3 weeks means.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
It can be bad.
So I'm
No, I
trying to
feel you.
get all the ducks in a row for that and pre-plan for that. And then unfortunately, outside of just having a gaming laptop, I don't have any content stuff, like a mic and this and all that
Yeah.
for doing content or at least recording content overseas. So we'll see what
Right.
I come up with here.
Oh,
But
well,
as
have
far
fun in Italy. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I need the break. But
Yeah.
as far as 1.0 is concerned, that's happening in December.
Yep.
So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be early access, 2.0. It's gonna be reliving that. I'm super excited.
Hmm.
We'll see if all this speculation is true. Are we gonna get a class? Are we gonna get the swords? Everybody's talking about swords and swords and swords, and so that'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what to be honest with you. Typically on a big release like that, I will absolutely. I typically will stream the whole weekend just with sleep breaks. I don't know if that's what I'm going to do for 1.0. We'll see. Am I going to cover ExileCon? Of course. I will cover anything Path of Exile 2. It's my main game. It's what I talk about literally every day. So yeah, I absolutely will cover everything. Gamescom's coming up.
Yeah.
We'll see if they announce 055 there. Yeah, so super excited. We got some very interesting times ahead.
Oh, 100%. And you led the conversation saying that there's so many different creators in this space. Dude, with 1.0, it's gonna open up even more. It's gonna be a vicious battleground. There's gonna be so many people coming in and try like brand new content creators coming up, people from other games. Like it's gonna be interesting times. I think it'll rival that Diablo 4 launch feel. Like we'll have some people soaring up out of like from obscurity into fame, like Darth Microtransaction, who's been grinding it for so long, and then he just sky high with his Diablo 4 content. I think the same sort of thing is going to happen with PoE 2. I do think it will be that grand. So
Yeah,
it's going to be fun.
I welcome it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's only good for the game. I love it. And for me, I'm concentrated more on just like my brand, my voice. I think I had my best month last month.
That's awesome. Congrats, dude.
Yeah, content wise. So I think I'm starting to finally get my rhythm and find my voice and I kind of stumbled around there a lot the first couple of years just trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I really wasn't true to myself. Not that I was lying or anything, just I think as a creator, you gotta you got to talk about things that are, you know, mean something to you and reflect
Mm.
your personality. And I think people respect when you're genuine about something and you're being honest. And you know, that's what I'm trying to do. And the other thing that I really um, I really struggled with was the ebbs and flows of the game. I was reliant on the information from the game. If there was news, I had content. If there was no news, I had no
Yep.
content. And I wanted
Mm.
to break away from that. So, um, you know, you mentioned some of the content that I did that's resonated with some of the player base there, about the economy, how people make currency in the game, you know, the state of the game. It all kind of resonated with some, and you know what, it kind of gives me the power back as far as talking about things and at my pace, not having to rely on the game for content. Now don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, uh you know, the game is going to drive the content because we're talking about the game, uh and
Right.
and it's also the content that I've been doing lately is also very true to, you know, who I am and what I like talking about. I'm the why guy. I always, why are they doing this? How come they're doing it? What does it mean? You know, so to some people that resonates. To others, it's like, what build is it? You know, they want to talk about that kind of stuff. So those people may or may not watch my content, but I'm that, you know, I like how things are progressing, and you know, making content is a learning curve, and it's going to take a while to you know, get it up to snuff. But yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, that's a stellar way to look at it. I I've kind of gone through the same sort of thing when I started making videos where just like you said, you were kind of pressured into doing a certain type of content because like that's what was being fed, right? Whether it was like news about the game or okay, I did 10 videos in a row of all the tiniest little news drops, so I have to continue doing those even though it's like is this even worth a video? Like am I liking doing these videos? And I stopped doing that when I realized like this is like the signal to noise ratio of these videos is shit. And I don't feel good doing it, and I want to remain genuine. And it's also why sometimes you have like kind of those breaks, like you kind of said, you you want to like you want to like it when you're doing content. You want to enjoy it. It's like that. At least you have a full time job. I have a full time job. I do this because it's fun, not to necessarily make money. The money is like a nice side thing that, you know, I can put into my child's college saving accounts and everything. But I do it because it's fun. And if it's not genuinely fun, well, then I go dark. You know, it seems like that's sort of the same sort of thing that's going on with you sometimes. Like sometimes you just need a break. You're just not feeling it. So
Yeah,
you just stay quiet a little bit.
yeah, no, and I got, you know, I'm not going to do content just for the sake of content.
Yeah, like
Um,
ugh.
but you know, this is a learning curve. It's just like in
Yep.
IRL. If someone's, you know, learning a skill or a trade, you know, you're going to fuck up in the beginning.
Huh.
You know,
Yep.
your boss is going to say, "What the hell are you doing, Sammy?" And you learn from that. And you know, I mentioned earlier, I went back and watched my first couple of videos. I'm like, what the hell? Who is this guy? Um, but it's all a learning process, and I think everyone has a voice. And the thing that is fascinating about, and you know, even Jonathan mentioned it. You know, he mentioned it in the in the podcast with DM and Ghazi, where they had this perception of the average player, the amount of time it took them to kill a boss. You
Mm.
know, they thought it was 8, 9, 10 seconds, and they went back to the data and they saw it was actually 2 minutes. You know, so there's this top 1%, like the streamers, right?
Mm.
That's what everyone looks at, and there's this perception this is how everyone else is playing the game. Not even close. I learned that in the last 2 months having these discussions with players, that there is such a gap and different pillars of players, that what we see on Twitch, and not everybody watches streamers, so don't get me
Mm.
wrong. Um, so there's an audience for every kind of content, you know,
Yeah.
and we have, I know I'm repeating myself, which is something I'm known for. Um, we have we have amazing creators in this space. You mentioned DM. He's awesome. I had the pleasure of speaking with him, and for a guy that is busy as he is, to give time to a small creator like me, and not only give me time, but give me some valid tidbits of how to navigate this space, and just salt of the earth guy. That guy, I wish him another 4 billion subscribers, and he's awesome. I love him. He's a great guy. But we're blessed. We have, from a build perspective, speedrunners, you name it. We got some top notch talent in this space. I'm proud to be a very, very, like, I'm in another planet, but I'm
Oh, don't sell yourself short.
I'm pr-
5,000 subs is insane, dude. What is
yeah,
that? That's like top 0.5%. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. It was nice to actually see, hey, you're top 25% of creators between 5 and 10,000 subs. So that was a nice little,
Hey.
yeah, so that was nice. So that's 1 month. We gotta keep it going. But I'm super pumped for PoE 2. I love this game. You know, I w- this, you get it all the time. Oh, D4, PoE, Grim, they always try to pin you against games. My
Yeah,
take is I want all the games to be successful. It just
I
gives
know.
us more to talk about, even though as a creator, you can kind of screw yourself by, covering multiple games.
Hmm.
But yeah, Path of Exile 2, the way things are going, looks like a bright future, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how they navigate. We'll see how 055 comes, and then, I'm super jealous. I would have loved to have gone to ExileCon. I know you're going, so we're gonna watch you guys, and that's when the big announcement's gonna happen, and then we got 1.0. So exciting times.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. And that's such a great note to end on, man. Screw the tribalism. We want all games to be
Yeah,
good,
absolutely.
entertaining, and people to have fun playing their respective games. And the future is looking bright for Path of Exile 2. Sammy, this has been fantastic. Thanks for coming on the pod. If you want to give a shout out to any channels that you're on for people at the end of the VOD, go for it.
Well, first of all, Try, thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed our conversation. Thank you. But yeah, just right here, Sammy Caps. That's my socials. You'll find me on YouTube, Twitch. I'm on X. That's just about it. Yeah. So thank you for having me. It was a pleasure talking to you, Try.
All right, perfect. Everybody have a fantastic night. Go subscribe to Sammy Caps on YouTube. Everything will be in the description below. And make sure if you enjoyed the pod, like the video, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody. Sammy, thanks so much. That was great.
Yeah. Thanks, Try. Appreciate it, man.
I'm sorry for keeping you a little over the hour. We went a little long. I hope that's okay.
No, I hope you didn't stop on my account.
No, no, I have a
Yeah.
pregnant wife that I think she wants to spend some time with me. So I'm probably I'm probably gonna talk a little bit and
I
pop
hear
off.
ya. I hear ya. I hear ya. Anyway, yeah,
All
it
right.
was nice talking to you, man.
100%. We'll have to do it for 1.0, dude. This was fantastic.
Sounds good.
All right. See ya. See ya. Bye bye.
See ya. Okay. Sorry, guys. I could not figure out how to put it on this, because as soon as I would take my camera off, it would duplicate. It would duplicate on his stream. So, anyway. All right, what'd you guys think? Was I blabbing too much? Great podcast, awesome podcast. Yeah. Oh my God. You just can't shut me up. Anyway, it was fine, Aaron. It was fine. Seriously? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Dr. Goose, you crushed it as usual. Yeah, I crushed it all right. I crushed it. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, it was a good conversation. I am gonna take a bio break, but I'm just gonna get the game up. You arrived late, so you missed a lot. It's all good, Aaron. You were late as well, Chris. No worries. No worries. What the fudge? Why is it so crammed like that? Huh. I was confused as to what was going on since I joined 20 minutes in. It looked like a very odd self-conversation at first. Who? Wait a minute. Next, who was having the self conversation? Me? I never know how to take your insults. A vacation in Italy, gelato stores will go down. Oh, yeah, baby. IRL prevented you from attending earlier? That's no worries, Chris. Yes, you, until I heard... Okay, next.
Thanks for the follow.
I was not talking that much. First of all, he was asking the questions and I had to answer them. So you as a guest of a, as a guest, you owe something to the person that invited you. You can't just give one sentence answers. You have to provide some depth. Oh my God, Chris, you got over 10 inches of rain? Wow. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, what's up, Alloy? All the way back there in chat. Oh my God, blast from the past. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's crazy. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a bio break. You're hanging with someone who's called talkative. You got to talk. Well, he's asking the questions, so you do got to talk a little bit more, but then you don't want to be disrespectful. You also want to make sure. I did catch myself like, shut up, like you're cutting him off. That was not good. And they're not insults, they're whimsical quips. Okay. Hey, no worries, Alloy. I get it. IRL gets in the way. Hey, Aaron. Have a good dinner. Okay, guys. Very quick. I'm going to take a bio break. I'll be right back. Oh, I do have a be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. Shit. Sorry, guys. What is going on with my mouse here? 1 second here. All right, where are we? I think we're in Act 9. Pretty sure we're in Act 9. Or are we still in Act 8? Oh, we are in Act 9. Hello. How many boxes of Cheerios did I eat last week? 0. 0. I'm going to Europe. I have to fit into my Speedo. Oh, there's an image.
Here we stand.
Not that type of chat. Oh, God. Guys, don't take me literally, okay? Do not take me literally. Just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. job. Good job, Dom. Here we go this way. Ooh. Get him, Dom. Belly of the Beast reminds you of Meatloaf. That is an odd association. I think we're going the wrong way, chat. Gee. Whew. Have I gotten good stuff from diving? What do you mean diving? Sorry, Aaron, I'm not following. Forget it.
Something doesn't.
Ah. Oh, okay. Now I get you. I got a divine. Yeah, I have. I got a divine from it, which is pretty good. Divine dropped for me. Oh! Whoa! 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 It's getting blocked. It's getting blocked. No! Where's the pillar? Dom, get her! Hey, Willow. What's up, buddy? How you doing? This way? God damn. Are you gonna do anything, Dom? Last one. My least favorite fight of the three. The book thrower. God damn it. Yeah, fuck, I went in there too early. I hate her. Fuck you. Where is she? Unbelievable.
At last, our tree.
I'm doing good, Willow. God damn. Oh my god. Thank God. Bring them. We need to... Whoa! Wait! How come my flasks aren't recharging? I'm dead. We're dead. Like, we killed a bunch of fucking people there. What? Oh, that was a really good play there. Are you kidding me?
You're questioning me. Well, ready to go? Just in time as well. Granddad says.
You're only in Act 5 or 6?
Well.
All right. Final platform.
The prodigal. I see. For freedom.
It is good to see. Farewell, yes?
Good day.
All right, what do we got here? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, fuck. Dexterity and fire.
Greetings. For freedom. Well met.
We gotta find a better merc. Hold on here. You need a merc with a rocket launcher? The last game I played with a rocket launcher was Destiny.
You find no faith here.
Oh,
Check to make sure
who's
of
this
that.
guy? Storming Zilia. I think we gotta amp up our damage too. I'm referring to the merc. Oh my god, we still even have... Oh, guys, I've only done my first lab. Okay, what does this guy have?
I once preached mercy. The kind
Wave of
them stamp that
conviction.
out.
What level is he? We are gonna hire you. Yeah. Replace. We're gonna do you.
God does not care for you.
Kill him, Dom.
Your end comes.
Oh, fuck! My god, this guy's fucking a legend!
You will not fear.
Ugh. He's a legend! Dom, get up!
Your end comes.
Oh my god. Did we get him? I'm gonna die. We need help. Come on. I need to top up. I need a top up. Where is he?
Insignificant. So be it. I knelt for God once. Now I kneel for you.
Ooh, look at this. Let's see if this guy's worth it. It's gonna be a lot more screen clutter here. I made it tougher than it was supposed to be. Oh, he just fried him. It reminds me of the smite.
You will know true fear.
Reminds me of the smite skill. Ooh, he just zapped him. You hate laps so much? I don't mind them as much in Path of Exile. I cannot stand them in POE 2. We didn't talk about. I wanted to talk about that, but like the labs in POE 2 need like, oh my god. This is my problem. Mercs suck. Well, you gotta find the right one. You gotta, once you get it, then you're good.
Oriath, what have they done to you? This nightmare must be put to an end.
All right, what are we doing here? We're going range. I don't think that. I think yeah, this is a dead end. You gotta keep going, Willow, until you find the merc that works. It's the way it works. This way? Wow. Can't move! Why did I go there? I think we found it, boys. I think we found it, boys. Jesus. I'm having deja vu. Lightning pillars are the worst. Yep. They definitely wipe you. I literally feel like I already did, like, I literally just did this on my last character. I have to say, though, I'm getting quicker on the POE 1 campaign, guys. I was on a 10-hour pace, but I think I'm not going to be on it anymore. We'll see. I kind of slowed down a little bit. Doesn't help that I keep going down the wrong way. All right, forget about killing. Yeah, I knew it. Ooh. Dead end. We did it! I think there's a ruin in PoE 2 that will give you lightning pillars. I think you're right. Isn't it part of the new runic? I mean the league? Isn't it an Where is he? No. That's just the beginning.
Stand and fight.
Okay. Nothing there. All right. Let's go back to our regularly scheduled program. Pick up that scepter. You never know. Let's get back on track here. Oh, get lost, Ironheart. No, I don't want anything to do with you. Whoop.
Under the gauntlet!
Did it! Did it! Get the fuck! Oof, get out of there big time. Wow. How did I miss that? There shouldn't be any recipes that I missed until I get the maps. God, this is another shit show of a fight. Are you doing any damage?
I speak for no god!
Damn it!
Can only rely on myself.
Fucking walk into bullshit. Jesus, that shit touches me. Oh! Dead again.
Another prayer goes unanswered.
Oh my god. Saving grace in PoE 1 is you can over level for each lab, whereas PoE 2, they always increase the level of the trials with your level, so there's no chance of over. Ah. Gotcha.
Now that the time and tide with
Was a time, here our ways divide.
Bannon is a
Oh, crap.
Now that you have for freedom.
I fear.
Good night, Aaron. Have a good one, bro.
Go.
Bannon was a man.
God here.
For freedom. Greetings. For freedom.
Where are we going to next here, boys? Control blocks is... Where the fuck is control blocks down?
Bone.
Control blocks is all the way down here, isn't it? Okay, I gotta go straight. not stopping for nothing, chat. Only thing I'm stopping for is for currency. Okay.
Insignificant!
Let me get these mofos. I don't know. This mercenary is he holding his weight? Just pulling his weight? I'd rather him pull his weight than hold his weight. You know what I mean? Look at this suck-ass fucking damage. Finally. Wow.
Thanks for the follow.
Holy crap. I'm shitting the bed on this fight. You've never been a fan over requiring lab trials for ascendancies? Feels like they should be given after hitting a certain level. I think I hear what you're saying, Next, but I think you need to earn your ascendancy. You are, there's, you know, you are getting power from it, so I don't think it should just be given to you. I don't agree with how we earn it in Path of Exile 2. I don't think GGG's happy with how it turned out as well. They know it's a problem. What do I gotta do? Kill Venom, TP to down. The problem is the current trials sucks. Once they fix that, then players are not going to have a problem with it. Like, I don't have a problem with doing trials in this game. Like,
Remember,
only problem with doing trials here is you got to find the, you know, you got to find it the quickest, and then can your character, you know, beat that challenge? That's the way it should be. It's a gear check in a way. No.
Hello there, exile. Greetings.
But in POE 2, it's
For freedom.
sorry, I don't want to play. I don't want my ascendancy based on some of it RNG. Like depending on, you know, what kind of modifiers you get in trials can be completely a shit show. There's a reason why there's carries in trials in PoE 2 because it's just trash. Players don't want to do it. Huh? Hello? I already talked to him.
Go. Go.
Go. Go. Guys. Guys, I think I'm gonna die like 400 times. I don't think we have the damage to make this fight worth it. This is going to be very interesting.
Insignificant!
Oh! Oh, fuck. It's Alva. I thought it was a merc. Can we level? I don't think we're gonna hit another level here. It's the other way. It's gotta be the other way. Oh, shit! Or is it this way? No, this has gotta... You know what? Let's try to level here.
You will know truth here!
Shit. All right, let's go. Holy shit. Yes, I'm gonna go full. Correct. Correct. White. Florida. White. Florida. We're gonna be doing the swap. Holy shit. Okay, guys, this is gonna be like a 7-hour fight with my damage or lack of. Hold on. 10 hours and 28 minutes. Guys, this is a world record for me. You were here, chat. You were here. Oh, wait a minute. It's gonna take 7 hours for the Katava fight, so we're back to square one. Shit. I don't know where I'm going now.
This is it.
10 hours and 28 minutes. Let's see how many times. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. There's no way. This is gonna be horrible. Oh, shit. No.
God turns his face, as always.
Yeah, I'm sorry, chat. This is not gonna be well. I'm not a...
You will know true fear!
We're gonna die at least 10 times here.
Can only rely on myself.
Right to the heart. Oh shit, I forgot about that.
I speak for no god!
Oh. Jesus, how did I survive that? Get lost. Okay, the over and under is 10. I'm still far. Oh!
Insignificant.
That little shit. Where's he going?
Another prayer goes unanswered.
Look at this fucking shit show.
I speak for no god. Can only rely on myself.
Okay. Over and under is getting there. Fuck.
Fall, damn you!
It's over. It's over.
Fuck. Oh shit.
The world's safe. Time and time. Good tidings to you. By the light of for freedom.
Innocence. Greet hello.
Hello there, exile.
This corridor is so goddamn narrow.
Hello there, exile.
Greetings.
Greetings. For freedom.
Good tidings to you.
Okay. See you later, campaign. Another campaign down the drains, boys.
I should have never. Time and tide wait for no man.
Now we got to find a good mercenary. Well. And we got to do our labs. Did I park? Yeah, I did park the map, didn't I? Holy shits. There you go.
This place. I'm dreaming while awake. Just like in Malcolm's.
God turns his face, as always.
None of my ores were on. Fuck. They were on. What?
Can only rely on myself.
That's why. I forgot about the penalty. God fucking damn it. Okay, boys. This is what's gonna happen right now. Okay, wait a minute. Holy fuckers. You gotta be kidding me. Not a one? Okay, you know what, guys? I know what I need to do. What is this? That's a 28. Horrible belt. Let's see if we can sustain it here. How long does the link last? Doesn't look like it lasts long.
Under the godless!
Hey, Rez, no worries. Hey, got a promotion? Congrats, bro.
Insignificant!
Stuck. where the fuck are we going here? Let's just get this map over with. We got some work to do here. Okay, it's over here.
Another prayer goes unanswered.
Fuck off. Hey, addicted. Yeah, the podcast with Try went by quick. Come on, buddy. Come on. Gonna kill him? I can't wait to do this boss. Alright, let's go. Let's get this over with. Right.
Insignificant!
I'm dead! Oh my god. We did it, chat. It's kind of a promotion. Got to the military to admit they messed up my body. That sucks.
Hello. Go with courage.
All right, boys. All right. I'm gonna go.
Sold something while you were gone.
You did?
What are we shipping today?
What did you sell? Well, thank yous. Not bad, not bad. I was gonna say, where the fuck is my divine? But I changed him to chaos. Oh yeah, I bought some shit. Oh my god. Anyway, boys, we're gonna call it because I literally rushed to the stream today. You'll catch the interview tomorrow. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm sure Try's gonna do. I think he reposts the VOD on YouTube, so you can go check it out there. And sorry for those of you that were on my stream that it was just my face. I didn't want to, for whatever reason, when I went on to Try stream, it fucked up the image in Discord. So anyway, all right, everybody, we're gonna call it. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I really do appreciate it. GG's. Good night, everybody.